afraid them. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Zerline now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And we are underway from the Superdome. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
They send Carter in motion right. Out of the gun, they give to Edwards. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Montana. He'll go underneath, dropping it off to Edwards. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
1st and 10 for Montana and company. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st down, Montana. It's complete. He's got Gronk. Touchdown! Rob Gronkowski from 21 yards away. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards. And boy, did he come through, throwing his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Joe Montana here going to the air on 1st down. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by the Hall of Famer.
Petty don't matter. Far as the teller, I pray to God they rattle tattle. Hey, what's a rapper? I started off that, now I'm better. I get capital. I help my people to get cheddar. I do business. Look here, stay out my business. I'm so iceberg slimish, stainless, not a blemish. I should have been to prison. Don't boy remorse, no cases been. I got the rolling flooded, soaking wet, but ain't been swimming. I'm the man now, ain't I? Work a plan now. remember when you lame player, hated a player, now the same lame player. They call a player mayor. What you talking that funky, about my...
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. From the 10. And able to get this out to the 25. They send Carter in motion right. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Next, receivers don't spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Here's Edwards again on second down. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Montana going for it on 4th. Got a man, it's Randy Moss, complete. And touchdown! Randy Moss, 67 yards. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. Oh, he's got some breathing room. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that nearly intercepted on his very first throw of the game. Fortunate there, it's second down.
I think think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
On second down, it's Edwards. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Edwards. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Edwards. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Tony Gonzalez from 10 yards out. And the Saints are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
On 2nd and 9, Montana. That's complete to Calvin Johnson. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun, here's Montana. Again, it's Johnson. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
From the gun, they go to Edwards. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Montana. He finds his man, complete. That's Gonzalez. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle moving there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
Here's Montana to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown! A big play there. 56 yards. And his guys have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now back to throw. Got a man complete, Calvin Johnson. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7.
That's good for the Saints.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. In motion comes the tight end left. They'll look to throw again. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Second and 13. That is caught. It's Calvin Johnson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. That's the Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor doing what he does best.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. Didn't march to the end zone the last time out.
On third down, here's Edwards. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. Third down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the first down.
Back to throw here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And as a result, possession switches hands. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They send Carter in motion right. Edwards now on 1st and 10. We'll get this up to the 47. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Montana. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. They'll throw now on the final play. Man open, it's Moss, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Up the middle, it's Edwards. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that one complete downfield to Johnson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Back to throw now on 1st down. Checks this down to Edwards out of the backfield. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
14 more yards.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's Edwards again. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
12 more yards. Complete to
Again, he'll drop to throw. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Saints. Tony Gonzalez. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. From the 10. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
Their own 18-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They run once more with Edwards. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. He'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. On first down, Montana. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carter. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Up the middle, here's Edwards. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Now a handoff, Edwards. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And the Saints are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Midge used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On the handoff, Edwards. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 63 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Good for the Saints.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Here's Edwards. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw.
He'll go underneath, dropping it off to Edwards. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
That's into the hands of Edwards.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
They'll get this to Edwards out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
I bet I never see your bum ass again.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game.
People helped your bum ass.
So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And he got it. Justin Tucker boots it through and plays the role of hero.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. We can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we went on the ride nobody wave, we the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni had Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit. Grrr,
trust, me taking no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Gemstones from the dust. Big dog with your leash. Where's the love in the streets? Got my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when me ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people already. Them I see Ellie. Me, I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful the people they hear me. Tribe of Joseph, I'm ahead of the bunch. P5, I was starving for months. A running cutscene, but on my pockets, me need my DNA. Baby for lunch, but call me a star before BBC. Don't take a lot to get rid of me. Me and them don't get the same. Me and them don't get the same. Boy, that they gonna know who the name is. They say I move like I'm nameless. Cause I only cover the money bags and I don't really wanna be famous, man. You know what's up? You know what's up? You know pretend, you know the lie, you know be gang.
Tracy, we going crazy. We at the top and we never gonna stop. Hop in a ghost, I'ma get swayzy. I just got off with a jet and I cry. I win in a Humvee, I lie. I be on go cause I come from the shot. I'm shooting back, I ain't ducking no shots. Got power like Samson, I cut off the locks. Sharek, Timmer, in the cut like I'm Fredo Santana. Uju Benton, I hop in the Bama, the world is mine. I'm Tony Montana, I'm Pelican Fly. Diamonds on me cause I'm rapping a rock. I'ma go hard, I ain't killing them soft. I'm up in the hills, I feel like I'm Lauren, you ready or not? I like who got businesses, I'm CEO of mine. 1980, Prezi Rolly, we been working overtime. The witness, the police, the pigs, I don't eat swine. Son of Jacob, this biblical, my flow, the holy God. Save money ground up in the gutter where they found dust. Stones in the faint mouth rush. More vacays, more bucks, more race, more foreign trucks, more on a tour bus, more pour cup. Toast to the winners, throw it up.
Juicy, what the drums at?
Biggie, honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on the Diddy. He only 2 times from the he out like a light, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. These no ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm about it. Stop it, cause it ain't no eck in it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like I see no biggie. Ain't biting my tongue. I can't be no goofy, no victim to none of my enemies. Like honestly, be sending me talk from a stick that we when I get to me. My check don't discriminate. Still take deposits if you talking Vietnamese. I just be having my way. Only care about what the painkiller say. Urge you wanna be. Don't got no whip. Rag on no petty. Let's stop talk with that on your hip. You ain't gon' rip it up, pop it. Empty the like show me a benefit. Let me dumb it down, Benjamin. We not equivalent. Really bad, looking so innocent. Bossy predicament. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on the Diddy. He only 2 times from the he out like a light, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. No ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm about it. Stop it, cause it ain't no eck in it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like I see no biggie. Call me Hillary, stay at the bank. Making moves like I'm hot in the shank. I'm low key, but I pop out in blank. This bun on my knife, stop trying to look. They do not come for me. Fake, I can't keep no company. Only the real respect my honest. So watch how you coming if you're under me. I'm with it in racks involved. I they text and calls. You run me that. Making no sense at all. They bounce like a basketball. Your boo never coming back. This go stupid, go dumb. Told that boy you gotta pay for some. I sit on no throne, you ain't taking none. You bragging on pants, I make for fun. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city. Attitude bad on the Diddy. He only 2 times from the he out like a light, call him Ricky. And honestly, it ain't no cap in it. No ain't no cap in it. I like with a stack in it. I'm about it. Stop it, cause it ain't no eck in it. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. Leaving my mark like I see no biggie. I ain't keeping up with what you saying on the internet. I ain't keeping up with the news. But I get that daily paper. Stop playing me. Pap.
What you waiting for? Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Tell the chauffeur to open Mercedes door. Put the pedal to metal and made it soar. She was, but I made it sure it was. So we stayed indoors. Let's take it where no one has been before. It feel like I've known you some years before, but I don't know. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more.
She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a Magnum Opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it.
Swing out of life. I'm doing big things in my life. I deserve 6 rings like I'm Mike. I've got no sleep. I remember when it was the nosebleeds. Now they captured the fashion from flow seats. I'm a whole king. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more.
She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a Magnum Opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we
trouble in paradise, so let's parachute where the air's nice. And let's risk it all on the paradise. But she just wanna make sure her hair's nice. That's fair, right? I just fell in love with a prima donna, the 2023 Madonna. I mean, your honor, I was minding my business until she gave me complete nirvana.
Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more.
She's a lotus and I'm the conductor of a magnum opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. Nobody really cares. Nobody really cares. Nobody really cares.
Nobody really cares. Nobody really cares.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call hit boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bad good, I'm gon' give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem.
Lil' tune, flow sinister, I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers, I'm a men in them. Enemies, I'm the enema, I'ma on them. Just like my keys, drop my on the dinner work. My thoughts I keep confidential, it's consequential. Philosophies unidentical, I'm not into you. My Siamese brother Benjamin, that's how I stick to him. These diamond bees, all BBs, I call them Vivica. Skating underneath the bridge, stay hustling as it is. Make money, feed the kids, ain't nothing in the fridge. Wake up, repeat the sins, I need a 10, stay muddy to the lid, 800, eat a.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call hit boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gon' give her some. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Never lied in my rhymes, you can go ask Jennifer. That's my mom's name. I create and find change. My mind frame ensures that forever I'll reign.
Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed most of the chains in the game? No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nike Sacai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrives. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know her way around the storm. Making hits with Hit Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused, spoil little boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel. Be cool when you see me, I'm hot at all that rap deep. The hood know you, so we don't borrow, believe in it. Locked in on the instrumental, I took back the key to this. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would've crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would've crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head, no funny. Your most hungry place, I was past that at 28. Underground tapes, as my ass cap and publishing states. As we slide in the G-Ride, I've been getting criticized. It's keeping me energized. Create with a business mind. I'm from where killers reside. A wild hood, only knew goons since my childhood. Say anything in they raps cause it sound good. Don't even mean what they say, horrible outlook. Y'all ain't really about this house. Y'all was in the house with it. We don't respect fake jewelry and silly outfits. Window down, blowing out. Great tits, New York's J. Prince on Houston Street. I caught the bounce before my even bounced the beat. I took the hard way in it, man, it's the route for me. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would've crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would've crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black, meet Joe Black. Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed most of chains in the game? Why would I?
Dollar. Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers, bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers, gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring them in the. You know I stay with some bad little babies. TGOD baby, know that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We throwing hundreds, we going insane. Pouring this. Dead homies got me pouring this. We get awards where we give God the glory. I'm shooting my shot and most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the trophy. Feel like Freddie Mercury, we the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers, bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from the Superdome. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. This is Edwards. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. To throw is Montana. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have a Patriots first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Now a run with Edwards. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Two things to watch. First is strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
I don't believe that was called right here in the moment. I believe this was called during practice this week, that he was going to decide to be aggressive even on his own side of the field.
Just, you mean because it's the opening drive? Maybe they had this scripted?
I think that he just talked about it with his team and said, listen, I'm confident. If we end up in this situation, we'll go for it early just to say this game.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Montana to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Montana. And that is caught downfield by Beckham. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Odell Beckham, 33 yards. And the Pats get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Off for the point after is Randy Bullock. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. They send Carter in motion right. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Joe Montana here going to the air on first down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They will look to throw. Montana. And this one's incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Montana. And that is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Montana going for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Running left is Edwards. He'll take this to the 46. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Edwards. It's a gain of 6. Moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They run with Edwards. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. Going to try to throw for it with Montana. It's caught by OBJ. And he is going to pick up a Patriots first down as they get 4 there on 4th and inches. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Edwards. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Crossing the field, Beckham makes a catch. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Edwards, the ball carrier. The tackle made by Clay Matthews. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 13-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Montana. A swing pass here to Edwards. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Now Montana. Dumps it off to Edwards. Touchdown, Patriots. Gus Edwards from 10 yards out. And the Patriots have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
Montana will throw for it. And this will be caught. So the try for 2 good, and it pushes them out to a 15-0 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. First and 10 for Montana and company. And he's going to go down. They get to it back at the 40. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. To try again after the sack, Montana. That is caught. It's Calvin Johnson. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Give him 32 on the play.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They have a good crowd with you can have on a game.
They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
On second and goal, Montana. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. And
down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Now here's the timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. They'll send Rice in motion. They'll throw now on the final play. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So this a two-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the third quarter.
Taken in at the 3.
They'll take over first and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. Two-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slow if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Out of the gun, they give to Edwards. The pickup of 11, and it moves the chains.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They send Carter in motion right. A run now with Holmes. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Pats are going to take over at their own 41.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging, because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach, because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. Room here to run. Fights through it. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll run here with Edwards. A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. 89 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll look to run with Edwards. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Gus Edwards with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here, trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just to sum up football. We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
Again, it's Edwards. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Oh, a design run for their wideout. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought...
Why would I ever have to cop a chain a game when the QB chain birthed most of the chains in the game? No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nike Sacai's, dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrive. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know her way around the storm, making hits with Hit Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused, boy, little boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel. Be cool when you see me, I'm hot at all that rap deep. The hood know you, so we don't borrow, believe in it. Locked in on the instrumental, I took back the key to this. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head, no funny. Your most hungry place.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
A quick throw out wide, caught by Crowder. 7 yards there and a first down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
They'll run on first down. It's Alexander, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He'll go down to a gain of 6. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. On 2nd down, it's Alexander. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. This will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. They'll keep it on the ground. Alexander, he is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Operating out of the gun, here's Montana. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Montana. That's going to be caught by Moss. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He'll throw complete to Gus Edwards. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Nice little nifty play for him there. You know, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
Second and 8.
To throw is Montana. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Gus Edwards.
A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Saints post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
Griffin. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 38. Up the middle they go. It's Alexander.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
Right back to him on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. On second down now, it's Alexander, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Alexander, give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. To throw is RG3. He finds his man, complete. That's Alexander. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It's one thing to get the interception, and it was a great play, but then you saw how quickly all of his teammates, Charles, turned to find blocks, made sure they had space for him to make the house call.
And not only did they turn and find the blocks, none of them clipped from behind, blocked someone in the back. This play is going to stand. And how about what we see each and every week now? When the defenders make a big play, there's always a group celebration after the takeaway.
Tucker now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington will take over first and 10 at their own 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. They'll throw on first down with Griffith.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. Washington now going to use the first of their...
They go play action with Griffith. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin.
And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Griffith. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. Bullock's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. On first down, Montana. Checks this down to Edwards out of the backfield. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Montana. Tries to force it to Megatron, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Well, here in this third quarter, the whole complexion of the ball game flips on a dime there, CD. This is back to a one-score game.
And sometimes when your offense is sputtering, you as a defensive unit have to take it upon yourselves to say, we've got to go out there, maybe take a few chances along the way, and see if we can generate some points ourselves. And lo and behold, they were able to deliver.
It's complete, and he'll get in for the 2 points, and that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Fair catch. Way back 25-yard line. The Saints take over first down 10. Their own 21-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Montana. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
I know we love our Johns. And pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely look for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 41 yards as his guys are able to extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, it's Griffin. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Griffin. This one caught by Crowder. And some room to maneuver. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. Now Griffin. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Griffin to Crowder, and he's got it on the crossing route. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Throwing now, Griffin on 1st down. He's got his pass-catching tight end, that's Pitts. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a...
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Patrick Willis. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Shotgun. Here's Montana. That's into the hands of Edwards. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Montana.
Throwing the out route and complete. It's Gonzalez. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 34. Here's Montana to throw.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Montana. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's good for 28 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Edwards. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This is a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting 1st downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now Griffin.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Here's Griffin.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
Griffin.
And this will be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Now Griffin.
His throw complete right side to the tight end, Parham. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Ready.
On first down, it's Alexander, and he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
And the Saints are going to get to this one, so that should about do it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college and happen in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So barring something...
GG, fam. Played your ass off.
Just about put this one on ice.
Yeah,
GG's, bro.
So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move
You put it together at the end.
Set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
What I tell my guys.
One last shot for RG3.
See it, John.
And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating, steps out. That goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage.
moving in silence. If it ain't moving, move it. We making movies, moving, moving, moving. I get a chance and take it. We bout to build it. They leaving it vacant. I just go harder, harder. I am a ball that I gotta get it. I am so with it. I will go get it. That is the difference. I am not waiting. I am not faking. Everything out here, that's for the taking. My mind too right. My grind too tight. This head rhyme too nice. It's my world. My life. One shot, movie. Take that movie. One shot, movie. That's all you need. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh-wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need.
One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot. You only get one shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
Hello, new world, all the boys and girls. I got some true stories to tell. You're back outside, but they still lied. Whoa, yeah. Take off the foo-foo, take off the cloud chase, take off the Wi-Fi, take off the money phone, take off the car loan, take off the flex and the white loss. Take off the weird jewelry, I'ma take 10 steps, then I'm taking off top 5. Take off them fabricated streams and the microwave memes, it's a real world outside. Take off your idols, take off the runway, take off the Cairo. Take off the Sandro pay, 5-day stay, take a $250,000, hella value. Take off the far flag, take off perception, take off the cop with the iPad. Take off the allure, take off the unsure, take off decisions I lack. Take off the fake deep, take off the fake woke, take off the I'm broke, I care. Take off the gossip, take off the new logic that if I'm rich, I'm rare. Take off the should know, take off the Doja, take off the Birkin bag. Take all that designer off and what do you have?
You ugly.
You out of pocket.
2 ATMs, you stepping to what?
You out of pocket.
Who you think they talk about us?
You out of pocket.
Who you think they carry out for us?
The world in a panic, the women is stranded, the men on the run. The profits abandoned, the law take advantage, the market is crashing, the industry wants to sleep in the box while they making a mockery following us. This ain't monopoly, watching for love. This ain't monogamy, y'all get it. Jumping on what the hell is that? I gotta relax when I feel. All my descendants, they come in my sleep and say I am too real. I'm done with the sensitive, taking it personal, done with the black and the white, the wrong and the right. You hoping for change and miracles, I know the feelings that came with burial cries.
You ugly.
You out of pocket.
2 ATMs, you stepping to what?
You out of pocket.
Who you think they talk about us?
You out of pocket.
Who you think they carry out for us?
Serving up for love.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from the Superdome. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6.
Brandon, whatever happened to the old rule that if you don't know that you're definitely going to get it to at least a 20-yard line, you just take a knee in the end zone. Sometimes being too aggressive can actually cost you.
They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they could be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got a 1st and 10 now out past the 20. And he finds some space past the 25 and the 27. Deion Sanders up to make the tackle.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
2nd and 5.
Back to throw here. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Give the sack to Lawrence Taylor.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. And the Saints signal for another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Clay Matthews adding another sack to his impressive NFL resume. Here's Brian Anger now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And taken right at the 35. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They will look to throw. Montana steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Montana's throw into the hands of Gonzalez here.
It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
To throw is Montana. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. They're going to look to throw. Dumps it off to Edwards. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2nd and 3. It's Edwards again. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
We're scoreless after 1. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. They'll set up to throw. A swing pass here to Edwards. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And the Saints are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Montana. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. He'll throw complete to Gus Edwards. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Joe Montana here going to the air on first down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Snatched by the safety Ed Reed. 20, 5, and they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown.
Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just...
Fields this way up at the 17. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It's their third drive now, and so far we've seen a punt. In that second drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan all week long. Don't get away from it too soon. Find a way to get some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Operating out of the gun. Here's Montana.
Open man downfield is Johnson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. To throw again on 2nd down.
Montana. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by 9-time Pro Bowler Ed Reed. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown.
Well, there's a reason they call him a ball-hawking safety. It looked like he read that, Charles, and he wasn't stopping there. After he got it, he took it all the way to the house to widen their lead.
And what's interesting to me, Brandon, is that our spotter, Bruce Murray, right before that snap, pointed to his number on my play sheet. Got to see him a little bit as a ball hawk and a return man that time, didn't we? That's just the type of play they expect from him, and he delivers in a big way. Nice call, Bruce.
And a short kick taken at about the 16.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores.
He finds his man, complete. It's Gonzalez. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
They'll run here with Dillon.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's a 2nd and 7. Touchdown, Bears! Gus Edwards as the first half is winding down. And the Bears will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Folk. And it's now 21-0.
Bears 21, Saints nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And a short kick taken. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. That's going to be caught by Moss. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle.
Folks' kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
He's going to take another shot here. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Just what they need, electric from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Now Montana. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. He's going to fire one, deep left sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second-half blowout material.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here's Edwards again on 2nd down.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
He'll try and run for the first with Edwards. Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
For it with Dillon. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
Again, it'll be Edwards. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Edwards. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh, yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Folks, kick is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. Well, ultimately, not really sure.
All this old bitch ball you playing, man. Fucking computer that won the game for you.
This one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually
yeah, the fucking computer won it for you. You ain't doing nothing but picking a play and putting the joystick down.
They'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
Fuck you, pick a play and you get on the D-line, man. Get the fuck out of here, fake ass shit.
Getting set for the
run it back if you think you're good.
Offense. Well, it's been a struggle.
You won't run it back?
Offense, Charles. It's not only
you won't run it back?
Able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together.
Yeah, I know. That's what all you bitch ass niggas say. For what? Yeah, you know what for. You know what for. I know. I know. You don't want to run it back, though.
Offense has put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us
you don't want to run it back.
Our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
What you mean for what? You know the fucking computer that set up there and won it for you.
Trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
After the incomplete
yeah, I hear you. That what you supposed to say when that bitch done won for you.
Now here's Montana. Got a man. It's Randy Moss complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 30. A good pick up there, 20 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Here's Montana to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Jadeveon Clowney picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Man, you want to run it back?
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what
Yeah,
has
I
been
know.
a one-sided
Don't worry.
affair.
I'll see you
So
again.
in Saints football,
Coward.
as we get you reset, they're looking at
Coward.
2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
You want to run it back? What you scared? What you about to get off the game?
Montana. He'll rifle this one deep right.
What you about to get off the game? You about to stop playing?
Falls down incomplete.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes. No
Man, got Saraguso down the field. Come on, man. Get the fuck out of here. Big ass shit.
This will be caught by Randy Moss. And he's going to be taken down at about the 30.
Ain't no fucking so loser. Do you want to run it back?
Defenses, understanding the game, understanding
Yeah, I know.
positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had
I
a
know.
chance to think about turning.
You ain't winning the game. The fucking computer won the game.
Down to the 9. No reason not to try it.
The computer won the game.
On 4th.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably is
The
agent.
computer won the game, man. You ain't had nothing to do with that.
9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch.
That's you commanding and telling them, come on, man. You sound like a hoe. You commanding that. You commanding that. Come on, man. You sound like a hoe. That's me commanding that. Come on, man. What you want to do? Do you want to run it back? I know. Go ahead then, bro. You know what's up. I bet you your record. What your record is? What your record is? What your record is? I'm talking about overall. I ain't talking about this season. What your overall record is? What's your overall record? I bet you that bitch trash. Screenshot it and send me a shot of your overall record. All right. I'm going to do it.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And not a great return here.
Man, you are trash.
10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff,
All right. I'm out of it. Garbage can ass nigga.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature.
You could.
All your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you
What
when they
big
can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum.
How long you thought he was gonna live, child?
I don't follow trends, my swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times. I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef.
Niggas just got played a D-line.
Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain.
Hold on, that nigga was a top 100 nigga. That man on the top 100 list, number 86 with that shit.
All your ideas miniature. Tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that.
Yeah, I ain't about to show that man my record.
Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem.
Little tune flow sinister. I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers.
Man, that man playing the D-line on the top 100 list? I'm finished and I'm done. I don't know nothing about this game.